Welcome back, everyone, to the next installment of Fatal Frame Maiden of Blackwater. We're doing some cleanup here. Did not get every note in the game, nor did I capture every ghost, so we're going to do that now. Mission number 1, we're in second drop. There are 3 notes that I've missed and 1 ghost, so we're going to go ahead and get on that. This is advantageous for you in that you get all sorts of sweet notes and cutscenes, and it's great for me because I get new equipment as well. So, our goal is to go into the unfathomable forest. Back road to pit, marsh back road, and casket marsh. So where's the actual item? Is this it? Like, this is some item. This actually might be it. Boom! Here's something we did not read during the initial Let's Play. Sunken note. A tattered note is floating at the edge of the marsh. It looks recent. Watching the sunset makes me want to cry. I have no home to go back to. Nobody would be there if I went back. Everyone would be there, yet no one would. I know that now. That's why I came to the mountain. My grandma used to tell me never to go to the mountain at sunset, but my feet led me here. I chased the sun and it kept getting bigger. I couldn't stop. I felt the need to write something, so I'm scribbling this down. I had to go into the water. I had to write this first. I had to write something. What else should I write? She's calling to me. I have to go. Before the sun sets. My goodness. Southwest. Oh, wait a minute. There actually is something on the southwest. I can go in there? This is the concealed copse. I've never been here before. This is a super secret area. Deteriorating note. We've never gotten this one. A faded note found amidst the underbrush. This place will do. No one will find me here. You are not kidding. This will be a place just for me. I can melt away bit by bit. I'll be like water seeping into the ground. I won't be myself anymore. I'll be one with nature. Was I dreaming just now? A woman dressed in white was looking down at me. She looked like one of those shrine maidens I've heard about. I didn't have the strength to move, but she kept on watching me. She seemed harmless. I came here because I don't like people looking at me. They're always looking down on me. But being watched in my final moments felt strangely relieving. I'm glad I came here. Alright, let me give you a little context here. This is where we are in the middle of nowhere. I had to check this area with no black line. You see these black lines outlining the map? There's none right here. So, that's your clue. That's freaking crazy. But now I still have to find the Riverview Basin, and I don't know how I'm going to do that. This could be good. That took longer to find than I thought it would, but I might just have hope. It's just south of me, and I'm currently running east. So now I need to go back into the Bewildering Forest. We're at the Bewildering Byway, Bewildering Wood, here we are. Now we are in the Western Bewildering Wood, Hanging Tree, a lot darker. Here is the Riverview Basin. That's obscure. Last note of the chapter. Crumpled note. Something seems to be written on it. The tales I read about Mount Akami were true. I can't handle any more death. I've seen that girl hang herself over and over. I've had enough. When I try to run, I wind up back here. I found myself mimicking her. My body moved on its own, just like that girl. I felt like I was doing the right thing. As I hung there, my final thought was that death takes a long time to come. I watched the sunset. When I awoke, I was back here. I should already be dead. Will I be forced to see that sunset again? To go through it all again? I'm fading bit by bit. I must go. Okay, that should take care of the notes on drop 2. Now what I need to do is go, once I get Fuyahi, I need to go to Lookout Point. So up here. So I can very easily make it there from the Shrine of Dolls. So right now, I need to go to Shrine of Dolls, pick up Fuyahi, and then instead of going where I should go, I need to make my way to Lookout Point and see if I can glance a ghost. If memory serves, I think it might be the one who jumps to her death and tries just dive bombing you. So I might not have ever actually gotten I was going to say a fatal, but a glance off on that one. So I'll give it a shot. The ghost is not exclusive to Chapter 2, which is nice, but we'll see what I can make from this. And I'm here. So are we going to fight a ghost? Yes. That's her, alright. Alright, let's see if I can do this right, because this ghost was hard to deal with. No, I think we're still fighting. It's a shame that I can't see her health. Yeah, we're still not done. There it is. That's a rough way to go. Jeez. Well, that was one chapter's worth of stuff. So for cutscenes, what was this one called? Yeah, Yukiho Tomine. And then for collection, I mean, we could deal with that a little bit later, but that's gonna... Oh no, they're right here. Alright. Hooray! Which also means that the ghost list is slightly more complete. Yeah, here we go. A woman chased off a cliff by a ghost. She's cursed to relive the moment over and over for eternity. By the way, you see how it says press X to play video? There are 3 enemies where that's just not an option. I just can't do it. Unsurprisingly, 2 of them are the doll ghosts. I don't know if they're really ghosts, but the creepy dolls that attack you, summoned by the white-haired girl. The other one, curiously, the tall woman. A spirit on Mount Hakami, her unusual appearance has caused her to become popular among occultists. On one hand, I'm disappointed that we can't learn more about her, because who is she? But on the other hand, it's kind of cool that she has the mystique. It's just like, there's just this one woman who's 2 stories tall. Deal with it. Anyway, that takes care of drop 2. So I'm going to go ahead and beat this, and then show you the next things we have to pick up. Well, here we are in drop 4. I'm in the Shrine of Dolls, and what I need to do is make my way up into here, the workshop. Apparently, there are not one, but 2 notes here. No unique ghosts I have to fight, just get that, if I can. And back end of the workshop is open. There are actually 2 notes in here. Never got them, because we didn't think to come here. Looks like they're both in drawers, too. Nice try. So what do we have? What do we win? Shrine of Dolls. 1. Yeah, there was a whole set of these things that we never found any of. In any case, an old document lying in the dresser. Seems to be a record of something. Having sat abandoned for many years, the Shrine of Dolls has now undergone significant reconstruction. In the past, local legends tell that the shrines used so-called effigies as offerings. These effigies are likely the old dolls that were found inside. The road to the shrine was improved, and so the number of visitors gradually increased. There was no end to the visitors bringing their own dolls to add to those left outside. Assuming this practice to be harmless, no effort has been made to prevent it. As we were repairing the old dolls, we learned that each of them is engraved with a name. We also found tiny teeth, bones, and small bundles of hair tucked away inside. Were these mere keepsakes, or perhaps something more? The purpose of the shrine has since become clear. It appears these dolls were believed to contain the souls of deceased children, and were likely offered to the shrine as some kind of ritual. We also learned of a cave below the shrine. Known as the Womb Cavern, it housed several human remains. Perhaps initially it was not dolls offered up at the shrine, but people. It seems the cavern may be where the bodies were disposed of. We are considering renovating the cavern into storage space, placing the bones into dolls of their own, and holding a joint memorial service for them all. Okay, so let's get the other note. It's a coincidence they got number 1 first. Shrine of Dolls 3. Don't worry, I'm missing nothing. Shrine of Dolls 2 is actually found in a later chapter. Covered in a bunch of doll parts, this thing is. I've been having those dreams again, where I'm playing with the kids. I've started looking forward to playing with them. Sometimes I don't even want to wake up. I looked into it, and the games we've been playing actually used to exist. One is called Spirited Away. Everyone hides each other's dolls, and whoever finds theirs last is spirited away. That is, they go out of the game. Wooden dolls were usually used, made from the sticks of trees on the mountain. The next game was called Ghost Marriage. Everyone hides their dolls except one person, called the Outsider. That person then chooses a partner of the opposite sex and searches for their doll. It's a bit like hide and seek, only the owner of a doll that is found is said to be bound, that is, married to the outsider. However, if the outsider finds the wrong doll, then the owner of that doll becomes the outsider instead. My theory is that these games are based on actual rituals that took place on the mountain. In my dreams, the games go on until the children disappear into the mist. I wonder what would happen if they took me with them. Ooh, interesting. Now you've got a little more insight. By this point, we know the significance of those rituals, the real ones. But it's cool to see foreshadowing to this degree. Well, that's drop 4 for you. Well, here we are on 5th drop. The first chapter we play as Ren. Now, this is the part where Rui got turned into an effigy. And when I went looking for her, I found her in about a second. But it turns out that there was more I could have done. Step 1, we're going down. The good news is we do not have to be here for long. And here we go, a brand new item. Shrine of Dolls 2. There's a soiled notebook lying in the hallway. Maybe it belonged to a priest who lived here. The children are playing. Sometimes I wake up at night feeling their presence. The following morning, dolls that I know I've put away have been moved someplace else, or have moved someplace else. The more this happens, the more clearly I hear the sounds of playing, and the more often I have dreams where I'm there among the children, playing with them. I can't make out the children clearly, but I think my late daughter is one of them. Last night it felt like I was being watched. I awoke to find a white-haired girl staring at me. She said, "Don't worry, your daughter is playing with the doll you fixed." After that, she disappeared. Those eyes. It's like she could see everything. She even seemed to answer the very question that was on my mind. Okay, that's the only thing I need to find that's down here. That actually might be a hint for later. Excellent. Now I'm in the hallway of dolls. This is it. Shrine of Dolls 4. This is the last, I think, of the Shrine of Dolls notes. There's a soiled notebook, and maybe a London priest. Yeah. Today's dream was stifling. It was night, and several men carrying burning flames spent a long time exploring the area underneath the main shrine. They carried a huge reliquary underground, burying it where no one would ever find it. That white-haired girl was sleeping inside the box. She was waiting for someone. She was waiting for someone, but it wasn't me. I didn't have what she wanted. At least, I felt like I didn't. I remember feeling so incredibly sad when I woke up. And that's the last of those. That's pretty depressing. Now, here's the thing. I'm supposed to find Rui, but I'm also supposed to play hide and seek. Step 1. Go right back to the workshop. This should be the first area right now. Yeah, see, I heard that the first time, and it didn't occur to me what was going on. But it was hide and seek the whole time. I didn't check this area because it was a closet, but that's precisely why I should have checked it, because we got a little, kid hiding there? Hello? Haha! I found you. Okay. 1 down, 2 to go. Next up is... yeah, across the way. The storeroom. All I do is cross this hallway here, and... yeah, they're helping me out. They're good kids, they just happen to be dead. Gotcha. Okay. Now the last one I want to do is... there. This long hallway here. How do I get there? Okay, so this way then? Haha! Not quite. If I used type 14, I probably could have made that shot. But yeah, this is a side mission. So now I found all the kids, and then we get this cutscene that I've never seen before. They leave a note. And it even puts an X on the map for me. Wow. That doesn't happen. This is a whole aspect of the 5th drop that I just didn't know existed. Rui's Journal 3. We had skipped this, and, I didn't know where it was. Maybe it has some clues. Mr. Hojo has started acting strangely. It's like his mind is completely elsewhere. This all started when he saw that photo. He's usually on the lazy side, but now he's obsessed with tracking down these photos. I have to go with him, if only to make sure he doesn't wander off willy-nilly. Would he put this much effort into searching for me if I went missing, I wonder? Oh, wow. Oh, I can use this as a token to find Rui? I just happened to find her immediately when I did the actual, the game. So I wonder if this was supposed to be intentional, or if I actually just straight up, like... was this actually a side quest, or did I actually skip, like, a part of the game? That's drop 5, so... moving on. Well, here we are on the 6th drop. I actually just reloaded a checkpoint, which fortunately starts just before this fight. I killed her out of bounds, and I can't glance her that way. I remember I failed to glance her when the LP started, and... I don't believe I glanced her at the end of the game. She shows up one more time at endgame. So I'm going to go ahead and do what I can to rectify that problem right now. And we just did all that damage, by the way, with type 14. That's what powering up and crazy combos gets you, huh? There we go. Okay. Another crazy combo. Good. Now what I want to do is, when I kill her, I want to keep her in bounds. What are you doing? Just... there, take that. That did nothing. Okay, moment of truth. Ooh, I don't know. Okay. Yes!
I'll be waiting for you. Always. I'll be here.
Whew. Yeah, that's what you get when you're an immortal flower. You just are in that box. Can you believe they were trying to get just, like, most of the main characters in this game into one of those boxes? It's brutal. In any case, there were no notes to find. It was just that one boss fight that I hadn't gotten the glance from. So that takes care of drop 6. Okay, here we are in the 10th drop. No ghosts I have to fight here, fortunately. Instead, we just need to find 2 notes. Now, we are in the House of Joining, so the first thing I need to do is go to the first floor. There's no need to be here. I forgot if I need to pick up this note because it advances the plot or whatever, so I might as well just get on that right now. There, done. Now let's go downstairs. And now we are in the appropriate hallway.
No, I can't. No, stop. I can't do it.
Yeah, no, I'm allowed to walk this far. Don't even tell me the note was right here and I just didn't find it the first time. That would be embarrassing. Thank you. Nice try. I just somehow didn't pick this up. I guess I took a picture of the ghost and said, oh, okay, and then just moved on. But in any case, Kazuya's note 2. Notes have been dropped in the shadow of the partition screen. Something's been written in shaky handwriting. I'm so scared, I can't stop shaking. I have to go. I chose her, so we have to die together. She's been waiting for so long. Okay, there's Kazuya's note. So the only other place I have to go to is the storeroom, which, just to check myself here... yeah. This should be easy. On bridehood. I found an old document. I can make out the words ghost marriage. The bride chosen has an audience with her groom. If the man can look on the black water with unwavering resolve, the ghost marriage is successful. If it fails, he shall be placed in a separate reliquary. The bride will be returned to her casket alone to await anew for another selection. Okay. And that takes care of what I need to get done with drop 10. Well, here we are in 11th drop. Once again, I do not need to worry about tackling ghosts. I only need to worry right now about getting 2 notes. This was at a point in the game where I figured, okay, we get the idea, let's just move already. But there was a note right here in Hiska's room the whole time. Hiska's Journal 3. There it is. A small notebook has been left on the desk. It looks like Miss Kurosawa's journal. I never did learn why Akari went missing. I guess she took that secret to the grave. It may seem trivial to other people, but it must have been important to her. Maybe people really can't understand one another. I managed to save Yuri. I don't know why she went missing, though. When I touch her, I see nothing. Maybe there was no reason, and that worries me, like peering through darkness. Yuri will leave someday. It's okay if I don't know why. It's okay if we don't really understand each other. As long as she's in my arms, Yuri will be here with me. Okay, there's one of the 2 notes I needed to find, just like that. Well, we're back, and we are in the House of Joining. What I need to do is go to the 2nd floor and enter the guard room. I don't remember if I'm supposed to go in this room or the other one. This is an optional room, so let's fight. Oh, this is something I never did. I never did this. Open the window. But there's... What's he doing here? Yeah, I never did this before. Okay. Well, this is new then. Let's do this. Should have opened with the reward lens, but whatever. And you, Kazuya, are out of here. And now that I've taken him out, he should drop the note. Or not. Well, maybe that triggered a drop. We'll find out. I hope. Because otherwise I'm at a loss. Because this is definitely some kind of note. Yeah, no, this is it. Okay. Note from Ren. A notebook has been left on the floor. Did it belong to the person staying in this room? Maybe that was Ren, actually. I had that dream again. The one where I swing that knife down on a girl in a ceremony. Before I bring down the knife, our eyes meet. When they do, I feel a jolt of fear, like she's seen into my soul. The girl then falls into a box. Did it really happen? If it was real, then what happened to that girl? When I woke up, my pulse was pounding. I am beset with overwhelming regret, pain, and sadness. The ceremony must be from that summer when I was a boy, when I stayed with the Aso family on Mount Kaguroi. I'd play with the local children all over the place, even on the grounds of Kaguroi Shrine until the sun set. I think that's when it must have started. I've been thinking about going back to Mount Kaguroi for some time now, but I'm scared of learning the truth about that dream. I hear it's all been demolished. Maybe there's nothing left to tell me if it's a dream or not. A bit unsettling, but now we know kind of what was going on with that. In any case, those are the notes for Chapter 11. Okay, and here we are in the final chapter, the last drop. I'm wearing Yuri's white kimono because you actually get something if you beat the game with both of her endings in the white kimono. Not to mention alternate credit music. So I'm doing that. So 6 notes and 3 glances that I need to do. This ought to be interesting. In any case, note number 1 is right when the chapter starts. And... got it. Wait, I can do that?
Forgive me.
I see. So she's... That's good then. It's hard to explain. I'm sad that she's gone, of course, but I feel relieved. She's been missing for so long. The worst part was not knowing. I just needed to know what happened to her, no matter what. Thank you.
I forgot about that. I don't think that's going to be in my ghost list, is it? For the ghost list, I'm missing 3 people that I believe you have to do in fights. In any case, there's also this. Yeah, Hisoka's Journal 6. This is the thing that I actually needed right here. I dreamt of a river. It was the river of death, and we had to cross it. Everyone fought the current until one by one they grew weary and were swept away. I couldn't save them. In the end, I was swept away, alone. You want to not interrupt me, Hisoka? Thank you. I'm reading your words. I don't need to hear them too. Everyone was fighting against the current, moving as one. I felt relieved that we were all connected. Then I woke up. And then when I touched Yuri on that cliff, I saw her anguish, her survivor's guilt, her fixation with death, and her hesitation to chase it. Maybe I'm drawn to Yuri and she to me, because we are both fighting against the current. So there's Hisoka's last journal. So now I'm going to have to really make my way up the mountain, so I'll be dealing with other characters. So we'll come back to that when we get some proper fights. Wow, I didn't realize I could do this.
Don't look at me. No.
Ren is still so scared of women. I wonder if it's the way they stare.
You don't have plans to get married anytime soon, do you?
Married? I guess not.
I'm sorry. That was too personal.
I'd like to keep things between us just as they are. The relationship we have now. I like the ambiguity.
Interesting. She mentioned that in her journal entry as well. And I can't glance Ren. I never even knew that I could do this. Oh, they're both up here. Okay, guess not. Alright. Okay. Guess we'll just continue our mission and tackle the glances and the notes as we see them.